Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have a very cool alternate paint scheme for Mr. Chase Elliott. And yes, it does have a different side logo, but we do have some more differences with the sides, the lower valence, so we'll be checking that out. This is officially the Napa Brakleen, whatever that is, Chevrolet Camaro. So a cool alternate paint scheme, and let's go ahead and get it out of the box. Alrighty, folks, we're out of the good old box. Of course, picked this one up from our friends at Circle B Diecast. You can too. Use that code Diecastbuffet. You can save on shipping. Don't have to. And let's dive into this diecast review. You can see a little bit of some static on the front end of this car. You can see, little pieces of like decal wrap or whatever that is. There's a tiny little speck missing for the Napa logo. So yeah, this one's definitely a raced version. I'm kidding. But you have the Elliott front windshield banner. It's a little bit loose. Interesting. Go to the front of the car. Now, this is something I love to see on these 164s is these, like, sort of a day glow, I guess you call them splitter tape or splitter trim. Whatever it is, I freaking love it. Very common on the raced version diecast. You can look at, like, Kyle Larson's Fontana win from 2022. I love that subtle little yellow touch to it. Very, very cool. You can't see some wrinkles right there on the left front quarter panel. That's unfortunate. Go over to the left side of the car, and this is kind of the meat and potatoes of this diecast, is the CRC Brakleen logo. Now, most people might be thinking, okay, why would I pay whatever amount to get another Chase Elliott diecast that rarely has any differences to it? I can completely understand that point. However, if you're a stop motion guy and you want to have different cars in your series, this would be a great alternate paint scheme. That's one point I would make why a customer would want this diecast. Number two, if you're just a Chase Elliott collector and you want to get them all. And number three, the odds are is that some of these paint schemes are going to dry up completely. As we've seen in the past, with paint schemes that have subtle differences to it, they usually don't get made a whole lot of them. One example, and this might be comparing apples to oranges, is Jimmie Johnson's 2010 John's Manfield. Is it Manfield, I think? Lowe's car. It's the normal Lowe's paint scheme, but on the side it has a different side logo. Good luck finding that, because it is one of the rarest Jimmie Johnson diecasts to exist. So my point is that if these extra Chase Elliott cars didn't get a high production number, which I can almost bet and guarantee they didn't make the same amount as they did the normal primary paint scheme, which also got a NASCAR Authentics release, these cars are going to have a greater chance of drying up than the normal primary. However, if no one buys these things, right, and they only bought the primary, then the primary is going to dry up more. So you never know. And that's the beauty of NASCAR diecast collecting. You just don't know if these cars are going to dry up. You got Chase Elliott right there. Get your 4 race win stickers. I believe this is before Talladega because it's obviously not a playoffs car, so that would make sense only having 4. You got Kelly Blue Book, Valvoline. Got Exalta, Cincinnati Industries. Hooters, Freightliner, Mac Tool, Sibians, CRC, Brakleen, whatever the biff that is, Universe, A-Shock, Hooters, Alumar, Napa Auto Parts, number 9, Goodyear, and Cup Series. I do prefer the 2023 paint scheme. I'm just not a big fan of this like random octagon stop sign on the side. I'm just not a fan of it. They did it with the Hooters car. They put the random owl right there in the middle. I don't like when sponsors do that. I just don't. I don't like it. I like when they just have a paint scheme that flows. And to give that some context to that, something like this, or the, not Chase Elliott, but Greg Biffle car. How they just, the paint scheme kind of just flows over that side panel. I don't like when they just stick a random logo on the side, like dead center in the middle. I don't know. But it's much better than most of the paint schemes. Alex Bowman's 2022 car, which was completely botched, and they never bothered to fix. So you have to make your own if you want to get that one in the correct paint code. You got CRC Brakleen, you got Camaro, number 9, Valvoline, ZL1 there. You got the pop rivet design on the back end of the spoilers, which is a really nice touch. Used to be reserved only for the raced wins. And fortunately, they're on all of the diecast now. You can see some bubbles on the right rear quarter panel. That is, well, unfortunately, expected. But, what's sad is that no matter how many paint chips or bubbles or whatever the biff this car has, it's still a miles, and I mean miles, higher quality than whatever they're producing in the Authentics line. Because the Authentics line is really just, I mean, they've taken an L, brother. It is bad. I mean, it is, whew. It is bad. Got the number 9 on the roof. It's a little bit crooked. Still better looking than anything you'll find in the Authentics line most of the time, with the botched decals, the blurry logos, or heck, even the PTC mold that has not even an existing interior. It's literally a flat piece of plastic with a, what is it, a bar stool as a steering wheel. I mean, if you don't believe me, look at the interiors of these things. It's embarrassing. You got the Elliott logo in the back window. You got the Napa Auto Parts decal on the deck lid. It's a little bit off-centered. Still better than anything you'll find in the Authentics line. And oh, by the way, you have the covered wheels, which is different than the Napa primary initial release. This one has kind of the graphite, metallic, dark metal. So that's a nice touch. But I really love that Dayglow accent on the side skirt and the splitter. I don't know if it's true Dayglow, but it sure looks like it, especially on camera. Now, the true test would be obviously putting it in sunlight, but regardless, it looks really, really cool. We do see some decal nuances on this right side skirt. You can see there's a chip there, very slightly, and there's a chip here, and then there's some fluff around there. So, quality not the best. However, this is one of 3 of these unique paint schemes, and let me show them real quick. I have all 3 of them in the studio, so we can take a closer look at them. This is the Playoffs edition of this car. This is the Blue Death machine. I have no idea where he ran this. But yeah, you have the Playoffs banner here. You also have the Playoffs spoiler. And you also have that Dayglow yellow splitter accent and the side skirt decal as well. So that's a very nice touch. Considering they have 3 of these paint schemes, and this is the other one. You have the Trico one, which is really, really cool. Or is it Trico? Trico? I have no idea. But I think long-term, these are going to get rare. I don't know why, but maybe not. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? But I just feel like it's been years since Chase Elliott has had alternate paint schemes like that made. That if you look at like his Napa Brakes car, or his Napa Lamp car, or his Napa Night Vision car, whatever the biff they called it years ago, those things dried up pretty good. They didn't dry up initially, but now they're starting to become a desert, so to speak, in the diecast collecting community. I don't think initially these things are going to dry up. I feel like these are going to be like, oh, I just want the primary paint scheme. I don't want these for a while. But if they make a low production amount years from now, you're going to wish you had these. And to add more context to this, with the normal Napa paint scheme, you have the 3 alternates, right? You have the normal primary, so that puts 4. Well, guess what? He won 5 races in the Napa primary car. 4 of those are going to get made in the 1/64 scale. The Pocono win, which should get made, doesn't get made, which is absolutely asinine to me because the merchandising possibilities is really good there. But that's 8 versions of this paint scheme in 2022. It's crazy. You know, when I say these things might dry up, don't take it for home, don't take it home, and don't bet on it or anything. This is just for entertainment purposes, but you just never know. Like, you really never know. Like I mentioned, Jimmy Johnson's 2010 Johns Manville card, or whatever it is, the side logo is different. That's like the number one thing that's different on the entire paint scheme, and it's probably worth double. And I'm talking like $20 more than the normal Lowe's primary from 2010. You just never know. When these things are going to dry up, you never know. And that's the beauty of collecting. And I tell you what, if I was an Elliott fan, I would pick these up now. With the price increases, the scarcity, it seems like they're making less and less of each 1/64. I feel like the price increases are going to lower the overall production amount. And that's just going to make it more and more of a selective market. Feast or famine, you get it now or you don't get it at all at a good price type of thing. So I would not wait if I was a Chase Elliott fan. Unfortunately, there's a lot of paint schemes to be had. You have your truck, you have the Darlington Southern 500 car. Oh, by the way, the 4 raced wins, the Lumar, Dirt Bristol raced win, or raced version, Kelly Blue Book, UniFirst, A-Shock Energy. What else am I missing? Oh, yeah, the Hooters car. Oh, the Darlington throwback that's botched. Yeah, you have a lot of paint schemes. So, good luck. That's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, everybody. I love y'all. Diecastbuffet. Signing off.